Greetings, friends. If you are like me, you like using Google Classroom for your institution's LMS, but you don't like how difficult it is to grade and return Word documents. Google Documents, of course, are very easy because Google Documents are made by Google, who also make Google Classroom, and so they play well together. But Microsoft, yes, your students can turn in files using Microsoft Word, but you can't grade them in Classroom like you can the Google Docs. Rather, all you get is that preview window. And then if you try to change them by downloading them as a Microsoft Word doc, it doesn't then communicate with the returning system. So you have to return them manually, either by printing them out or by emailing them to the student or something else. However, there is a workaround. There is a way to take out a number of those steps and make it easier to grade Word in Classroom. And I'm going to take you through the whole process. You probably already know how to create an assignment, of course, but we're going to give it a shot here just in case. So we'll assign it to our students. It shows us 0 out of 2 done here. This is my sandbox classroom. Well, I'm going to go to one of my students who's it's a fake student I've created who's in this classroom. And stream was updated, show, test assignment open. This is the student view. I'm going to add a file from my desktop, and it's one that they've called Test Document for Features Review in Google Classroom. Very, very fine title. Upload, and then turn in. All right, so my student has now turned in a Word document into the classroom. Now, as the teacher, if I go over here, I see that already it's marked that one of the students has done it. I click on it and it's the review window, and I can't do a thing with it. All right, so I actually want to grade it. What am I going to do? Well, in your drive, drive.google.com, if you go over to the settings wheel and download Drive, it will bring it onto your desktop. You can hit download for PC there, and it will take you through a number of steps to do that. Do be sure that you check the sharing options in the preferences. So what will happen once you download this and install it is you'll get this little Drive icon in the lower left-hand bar of your screen. Do a right click on that, go up to the 3 dots, and set your preferences for what folders from your drive will be synced. So you notice here that I have a rather large drive because I do a lot of videos. I only want these 18 gigabytes shared, and so you can select the folders you want to share or the folders within folders that you want to share. And when you hit apply, it will then make sure that there's some things on your computer and some things that aren't. The reason I'm saying this is you just don't want to use up 706 gigabytes of your computer's memory. Most computers don't have that much memory. All right, but once you do all that, when you click on your folders icon, you'll have Google Drive here under your favorites. Give that a click, open Classroom, go to the class, which was Sandbox, go to the assignment, which was Test Assignment 1, and here we have that document. Click it and open it up, and it will give us the Word document. Now here we want to sort of give the students some good feedback. So we'll go over to the Review tab, and here we're going to leave them a comment. All right, but many teachers as well like to use track changes. So we're going to do just that. We're going to hit track changes. All right, and then you can lock the changes if you don't want anybody to be able to switch them. We're not going to worry about that right now. But now what you do is you hit save, and this automatically saves the file where it was in Google Drive. All right, so we're going to close that out. And the thing is that I want the student to be able to know that I looked at this. So I'm going to right click. You can also just do one quick left click as well. Go down to rename. And at the end of this, I'm going to add graded just so that they can see. And that will automatically change it in the Google Drive. All right, let's give them back their assignment. So here's our student work. We'll go back a little bit. Oh, there we go. All right, so assign them a grade. Let's give them 100%, even though they had a few problems. And then click on the return button here. Give you a chance to send them a private comment, whatever you like to do, and then hit return. Now that document has been returned to the student. Let's go to their view and see what we can see. All right, so first of all, we notice that the grade has already been populated. We see that the paper has been returned and that they can click on it. This will bring up the preview window, and notice the track change is right there. They can see the track change right in their preview window. But what about the margin comment? Well, this is where things get a little bit kind of rough for the student, but it's still easy to walk them through it. Send them over to the three dots, open a new window, and then click download. That will download it to their computer, and they can open it. It'll open it up in Word again. And notice that the margin note is there. All right, so they can click the margin notes. They can see the track changes. If they click on that little red thing there, if they hit enable editing, which will allow them to sort of go in, you'll notice that the track change is there. Sometimes it's not clicked on, so they might have to do that. You'll have to teach them how to use track changes. And then the margin note is right there for them. And so you have just graded a Word document using Google Classroom and Google Drive and returned it to the student. This is a workaround in their system. I wish it was easier. I wish the students didn't have to download the document and go through all those extra steps. But at least now you know you don't have to have your students turn everything in through Google Docs. They can continue to use Word if that's what they're used to. Google Docs is a great program, though, and I do recommend it to my students. However, there are some things it won't do. I teach Hebrew, and it doesn't do Hebrew fonts well. So I need something else. I need to use Word instead, or PDF. But at least now we know that we can grade in this way. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this helpful.